Impossible.
It's week 2 of the National Football League. And up next are the Texans' rookie running back. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
I don't think you're going to have the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. On their side of midfield at the 47. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first carry now. This is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play fake, Mills. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. They begin the drive with Williams.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. To throw from his end zone, Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And now following the safety, they'll have the football with a chance to take the lead as they begin following the free kick with a 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Looking to throw is Mills. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, 1st down.
Favorite stories in the NFL. Self-made player at every level. He's beat great odds to become a starter in this league. The Broncos love the reliable production he brings them from the number 2 or 3 spot on the depth chart.
Now a give to Edmonds. Gets around him and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Good start to the season for any of the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd in week 2 now.
I mean, the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense and Davis Mills back out there now. He's coming off his 2nd interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mills to throw it. This one left side caught by Collins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Here's Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Mills to the air again. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills now. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Now Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1st down, Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mills. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And out across midfield down to the 45. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter play. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First down there, it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give to Williams, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 65 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd and very short, Mills. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, a 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His first touchdown here in the new campaign. He's away from this deficit lead at 5-3.
This play calls low play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebacker just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Wilson going to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Mills. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mills. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Hand off right side to Pierce. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 77 yards now on the ground at just 7 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Pierce now up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Trucks over it. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Run it.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Wilson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Well, CD, for the losing